without our piano player, but the band is making up for it. So thank you. Here we go.
Life is brilliant, so resilient. Life is simply infinitely magic. Open your eyes, you'll see the way to let your life be magic every day. Life is special when it's love-filled. Life is simply infinitely magic. Open your heart, you'll feel the way to let your life be magic every day. Life's a treasure, such a pleasure. Life is simply infinitely magic. Open your mind, you'll know the way to let your life be magic every day. Life is splendor, sweet surrender, sweet surrender. Life is simply infinitely magic. Open your life, you'll find the way. Oh, to let your life be magic. To let your life be magic every day.
Welcome to Unity of Omaha. I'm Reverend Brenda Peters. It's nice to have you all here with us today. And we're going to start off with some announcements. Unity memberships. If you are a member right now, we need you to renew. This happens every year. So there are some forms still back there. You can also find it online on the e-blast. And if you ever say, I can't find it, feel free to email me, brenda@unityomaha.org, or the office at office.unityomaha.org. Okay. Next, we need volunteers. I have to say we had success last Sunday. We now have a social media marketing person. Woo! So, yay, thank you. But we need more. As you can see, there's a long list of wishing, knowing that the perfect and right people will come. So some of them are a recycling team, food pantry, filling it up, spiritual social action, that's a program lead. I mean, it goes in, from little to big. So whatever fits you, whatever you're led to, tell myself or any of the board members, and we can get you hooked up with your passion. All right. Also, we always have a meditation group that meets upstairs every Sunday at 9 o'clock. It goes about an hour. They don't meditate the whole hour, so breathe. They do discuss and talk and then do some meditation. But everybody's welcome. It's a great way to get into that practice. All right. Our new website is coming soon, and we now have a coming soon page on there. Yay! So don't worry. The world hasn't fallen. Everything is fine, and I'm very excited. I saw a first draft, so it's going to be new and fresh and exciting and very helpful for people to find Unity of Omaha. All right, and please say with me our vision. In oneness with universal energy, we celebrate a world united in divine love. And our mission, how do we do that? We raise vibrational consciousness through creative teachings, positive prayer, and a nurturing community. And now is the time where we're going to go into meditation and prayer. So if you would, please go ahead and get comfortable in your chairs and close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever feels right to you. And let's just take a moment for that connection. And as we feel the vibration of the bowl calling us to connect, calling us to be in just this moment. Be here right now. All is well. And as we take a moment to really get into this, to feel the energy of our bodies, to feel the energy in the room, to feel the energy of the divine inside of us. We breathe. And that breath is a reminder of your connection. That breath is a reminder that you are alive. That breath is a reminder to be here now. And so in the silence, we will do just that. Be here. And being in the silence reminds us to take things easy and to slow down. Being in that silence reminds us that we can relax and let the stress of the day, even for a moment, just fade temporarily. And being in that silence reminds us that this too shall pass. Being in the moment, being in that silence. Feeling that connection and knowing that we are divine. Divine. We have all the tools that we need to show kindness to others, to be love, to live in harmony. And we're grateful that we can come together to remind each other and to look into each other's eyes and say, I see you, I hear you, I know you. For we are one. Grateful. not only for each other, but for the moments that we are observing the love that we feel and know is true of ourselves and others. And so it is. Amen. So as you come back to the present moment and feel the vibration of the bowl, wiggle your fingers and your toes and feel your breath and know that you are here and I am. And so it is.
So now we're going to ask all of you to stand with us to sing our spirit song.
Come on, everybody put their hands together. Here we sing.
Where the presence of divine is,
there is freedom. Sing it again.
Where the presence of divine is,
there is freedom. There is peace. We're going to sing.
there is peace, there is love, there is joy.
It is for freedom.
It is for freedom we've been set free.
It is for freedom.
It is for freedom we've been set free.
Everybody sing.
I'm free.
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 1, 2.
Where the presence of divine is, there is freedom. Everybody sing.
Where the presence of divine is, there is freedom.
There is peace.
There is peace.
There is love.
There is love.
And there is joy.
There is joy.
It is for freedom.
It is for freedom we've been set free.
It is for freedom.
It is for freedom we've been set free.
Everybody sing.
I'm free.
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 I'm free. Say I'm free. Yeah. I'm free. Everybody, you can sing.
We will walk in love's freedom.
Hey.
Walk in love liberty. We will walk in love's freedom. Walk in our liberty.
How many dancers we got out there?
We will dance in love's freedom. Dance in our liberty.
Yeah. You get loose.
We will dance in love's freedom. Dance in our liberty.
Now this is your turn. Where the presence of divine is.
There is freedom.
All right, we're warming up. Where the presence of divine is.
There is freedom.
All right. Now you got 2 more times to beat that one. Where the presence of divine is.
There is freedom.
All right, that's the best yet. Let's see if we can top it. Where the presence of divine is.
There is freedom.
Hey, that's better. That sounds wonderful up here. It is for freedom
we've been set free.
It is for freedom.
It is for freedom we've been set free.
Oh, everybody sing.
I'm free.
I'm free.
I'm free.
And I'm free.
I'm free.
I'm freedom. We're walking on liberty.
I'm free.
Oh, we will walk in love's freedom, walk in our liberty. We will dance in love's freedom, dance in our liberty.
I'm free.
We're gonna dance, we will dance in love's freedom, dance in our liberty. Where the presence of divine. Everyone!
There is freedom.
All right, today's daily inspiration comes from the Daily Word, and it is power. My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance. When I listen to my inner conversation and recurring thoughts, I may hear fear-based, limiting talk, or I may hear positive words encouraging me to live joyfully and confidently. The choice is mine. Through my divine gift of power, I command of my thoughts and my life. I release thoughts of powerlessness, and I do my negative self-talk, and as I do, my negative self-talk diminishes. I affirm my divine inheritance of faith, wisdom, understanding, and strength with my thoughts, words, and actions. The power to live a full life is mine. I embrace insights I've gained through experience. I own my mistakes without shame or embarrassment. I am eager to learn. I am willing to try new things and stretch myself. In power, I thrive. And the verse is, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Proverbs 18:21.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to do something a little different today. Michael's not here, and I like to see the band when I'm singing, so I'm going to stand over here. What's your definition of it? How's it make you feel? Tell me what you'd say that truly makes it real. Kings and queens, philosophers have tried so hard to find. Tell me what it means to you, dear. Never mind. Love is kind when the world is cold. Love stays strong when the fight gets old. Love is a shoulder to lean on. Love is you. Love's like the water when the well runs dry. Quench my thirst, keep me alive. Just need one sip to revive. Love is you. 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 Is it possible there is a love that's so divine? They say I'm just naive, that it's all in my mind. Is there something chemical a scientist might say? Well, love must be a drug to make me feel this way. 'Cause love's my permission to be who I am. No inhibitions, 'cause you understand. Freedom to breathe and just be. Love is you. Like a kiss when the sun goes down, holds me tight when no one is around. Love's what I wanna hold on to. Love is you. Love is her. Love is him. Love is me. Yes, it is. Love is you. Love is kind. It makes me stronger. I don't have to look no longer. Who's the one I cling to? Love is you. When the chips are down, love will stick around. I'm so glad I found love is you. Masters have tried to clarify. Love's quite simple, it's just my guide. A perfect definition. Love is you. Love is you. Love is you. Love is you. Love is you.
Again, and welcome. All right, welcome to my seminar, How to Be a Master Teacher. Yay, and only 5 easy steps. Aren't you glad you came? Nobody else has this information, just us, right? Just us. Okay, so 1 is have a really cool name, okay? One that does not require a last name. So like Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Cher, Oprah, right? Oprah, Lady Gaga, that's 2, but, it's kind of 1. I mean, Lady Gaga. There's also, and I forgot her name, but she's a diva, Lizzo. There it is. So have a cool name, okay? So get started on that right now. What's your cool 1 name? And then the second one is wear easy clothing. So it's got to be loose, not tight-fitting, and it should be white. All right? So make sure that you have white because this way people know that you're pure. Okay? And that you've ascended, So you don't even have to say anything. You just walk in the room, look at my white. See how beautiful I am in white? It's because I'm pure. Okay? So that's the second one, wear white. The third one is don't really talk about your family that much. Keep them in the background. Like, Buddha left his wife and child, because. And Jesus, yeah, we heard about Mary and Joseph, but how much do we hear about them afterwards? Not that much, Muhammad, a little bit, but, still. Keep them on the down low if you do have family, because that's just the way it goes when you're a master teacher. And then 4th, you have to have a scribe. Now, this is important. A scribe is somebody who writes down everything you do. Okay? So healed that person. Got it. Raised Lazarus from the dead. Sure. Okay, check. Yeah. Oh, went around, healed people. Perfect. Taught. Great. Buddha taught, how it's not right or wrong, good or bad, it just is. Okay, got it. So you have to have a scribe because otherwise you're going around doing all this stuff for no reason, right? People need to know what you're doing. And that's what TikTok's for, Demora says. It's kind of true. Thank you, Demora. The fifth one eludes me, which is terrible. Oh, yes, rely on the kindness of strangers. Of course, Make sure that people take you in, Oh, make sure you say, I don't have any place to go. Okay, come on in, because I see you're dressed in white, and you have a really cool name, and there's this guy following you around, writing your stuff down. So you must be a master teacher. Come on in. I'll wash your feet. I'll feed you. There's a bed over there, right? Okay, you got it? Okay, and why hasn't Oprah and Lizzo and, Cher, why aren't they master teachers? Because they haven't taken my seminar. So, you can tell them if you'd like, but that's not really, right? It's not really how you become a master teacher. And I'm not really going to tell you today how to become a master teacher. But sometimes those are the things that we think of, right? Actions can speak louder than words. So in Unity, we have a fifth principle, and that fifth principle is to live of all the truths that we know. One is that God is everywhere present. 2 is that prayer, well, that's 3. 2 is that we are divine. Okay, we're divine. 3 is our thoughts create our reality. 4 is prayer and meditation are extremely important. And 5 is to live it. So to live it, live, be in action. Do these things, know these things, right? And let's take a look at Buddha and Jesus and Muhammad. A lot of times Jesus did things that looked, his actions sometimes did not match his words. Sometimes people were like, wait a minute, what's going on with you and these leopards? Why are you doing that? Why are you being kind to them? Right? And not always did he give a straight answer, like, I'm trying to become a master teacher. What are you talking about? He didn't say that. He just, riddled them like the Riddler or Yoda and gave some answer that people were like, what? But his actions showed kindness, showed love, showed caring, showed being human and extending that out to others. And Buddha exuberated, compassion and love. Muhammad did the same. They all did with their actions. And sometimes they didn't even say anything. They just did it. And I bet right now you can go through a list of people, maybe famous, that you have seen actions. One that comes to me, I don't know his name, and I don't know the corporation or whatever. He's a CEO. And he gave up his salary. And he's like, I'm not going to be paid. And I'm going to give all mine and raises to everybody. That's an action. That's an action of love, compassion, caring, kindness. There's also other acts that other people do. We've all seen them on TikTok, on Facebook. The world of technology has expanded seeing acts of kindness. Someone just, giving food to someone. So there's some that interview people who are having a hard time, who are homeless, and what comes out of that? People are donating. People are helping them. There was one gal I know a long time ago. She was singing in a subway, and it was beautiful. Her voice was just wonderful. And she ended up getting jobs after jobs after jobs. Act of kindness, because she didn't have a job at that time. It's random, and it's different, and it's all different kinds. And sometimes the rabbit hole that we start going down is the judging of the acts of kindness. Well, they should have done more, or they should have done this, or I would have done. I love that one. Well, I would have done this one. Really, Brenda, would you? Well, maybe on Sunday, but I don't know. So we have to step away from that judgment and see for what it is. That person is giving to another in the way that they can give to another at that time. It might just be holding a door open for someone. That easy. I've been observing lately a lot of that. Smiling, laughing. Laughing is an act of kindness, as long as you're not laughing at the person. Let's make that clear. That's not really an act of kindness. There are small things you can do, and there are big things you can do. But the best way to measure that is where you're aligning with your divinity. Where am I right now? What feels right for me to do? Is it to give a can of food to the food pantry? Great. That's an act of kindness that has tremendous impacts on others. Tremendous. And you don't have to wear white or have a cool name. And yet, at the same time, you are acting like those master teachers. Because you're being kind. Because you're stepping outside of yourself to help someone else. Actions can speak louder than words. What about us? What do we do? And I want to read this little story I have. Sometimes we are like the man who had an entire wall in his library devoted to books on meditation. He was giving a friend a tour one day, and his friend commented on all the books on meditation, saying, "My, with all your knowledge of meditation, you must have some powerful mystical experiences." The owner of the book says, "Actually, no. I'm too busy reading all these books to ever meditate." Huh, really? Too busy. Here we go, to meditate. Imagine that. What do we do for X? And where are those resisting parts of us that is resisting to act? That's what we need to step back and look at. Why am I resisting to do this? What's going on inside of me? Because more than likely, almost, I'm going to shoot 85%, it has to do with us. What's going inside of me that I cannot lend a hand to that person, or I cannot smile at that person, or I cannot mend a grudge? What's going on with me, and why? And why? Some of us believe in reincarnation and some of us don't. So if you don't, you only have one go around. So make it good. If you believe in reincarnation, then that's not a hall pass for us to slack on our humanity. Every day counts. Every moment counts. Every act of kindness counts. Everyone. There's something I also want to read here. Well, the other thing that I want to mention is that self-care, some people think that self-care is not an act of kindness for yourself. It can get kind of muddy, like, oh, you're just being selfish. And I'll give you an example. I know people notice. I have my nails done and my little toes so they don't look ugly up here. But the other thing is, this is my act of kindness to myself. I went years and years and years not doing this. And why? Number one, I didn't think I deserved it. You don't deserve to go to a nail salon and get your nails done. You don't. That money can go to your kids. That money can go to your husband. That money can go for food. That money can go, right, everywhere else. And so it did for years. And then slowly but surely, I I'm in 12-step programs, and my sponsor said, you need to do an act of self-kindness or self-care, and it doesn't have to cost money. Okay, so out went the nails. Nope. So I took a bath, or I walked in nature, which is also very important. But for me, I needed to do something a little bit more that cost money, because money was my hang-up at the time. And so finally, today, I learned that it's okay for me to do this, that I am worthy, that I deserve it, that it is my gift to myself every time I get it done. And every time, whew, good God, please don't. Every time I get it done, I remind myself, I love you, and I'm going to take care of you, and I'm going to give you nice things because you deserve it. So acts of kindness are not only for others, but they're for you too. And actions can speak louder than words. Remember that. This week, what I want you to do is be aware of your actions. Be aware of what you do for others and yourself. Be aware. Don't beat yourself up, please. Well, Reverend Brenda said I should. No. Reverend Brenda does not should on people, okay? None of that. Just be aware. Just observe and go, maybe I could have done this differently. Or maybe maybe I could ask somebody else, how do you think I could have done it differently? Or the opposite. Oh my gosh, I did a great job. How many times do we say that to ourselves? I did a great job. Because we're so fearful of that, ego. Ego is our friend. Ego is that human side of us that we need to connect with and we need to be okay with, because we're connecting ego and our spiritual selves together. So ego is not the enemy, and it's time we stopped. So wrap it up together. Ego is my friend. And it's okay for me to do nice things. And it's okay for me to say to myself, you did a great job. Awesome. Let's go do it again. I want to end with this. And this is from Harold Sherman, How to Use the Power of Prayer. He's from Unity. We realize that we can best serve those we love by setting an example of the right thought and right conduct, and giving them the free opportunity to pattern their lives after us in their own way. The free opportunity. What this says is be a role model, not only for others, but mostly for yourself. If we do the next right thing, then we'll feel the next right thing, and then we'll show the next right thing. So, actions can speak louder than words. Namaste. Now is the time that we will practice our demonstration of prosperity. And so what we do is we give, because when we give out. It goes in and out. And for those of you online, thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you. And if you would like to support Unity of Omaha, you can text at 402-543-5339, or you can type in Unity of Omaha PayPal in your search bar, so let's say Google, or you can mail. And for those of you who are in the sanctuary, please, when you feel led, come up and give your love offering, but also make sure you take an affirmation, because that is what the universe is speaking to you today. And everyone, would we go ahead and say the affirmation for prosperity? In gratitude, I see abundant blessings and possibilities.
You're free to move about if you need to. When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy. I choose joy. When the world stops spinning round, I choose joy. I choose joy. When my heart is hard to move, when my music's lost its groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy. I choose joy. When fear is all I see, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
When hate won't let me be, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
When betrayal and lies hide the light from my eyes, I look up to the sky and I choose joy.
I choose joy.
Let's sing
Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy.
Everybody sing
Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy.
All right, in this moment right here, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
And for the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
To be who I must be, and for the light to shine through me, for everybody to be free, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
Everybody sing now,
Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy.
Everybody sing
Joy, joy, joy,
Joy,
joy, joy,
joy.
I choose joy.
Now they're going to play, so I want this side over here. For one reason or another, almost everybody over here is standing up. And everybody, this is a sit-down group over here. But it don't matter. Everybody turn this way, face this side, and take both hands and go, hi, how you doing? And everybody over here do the same thing back. Just say, hey, good morning. Little community energy there. Everybody let everybody know we're going to choose joy this morning. And find the stable ground. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And peace and hope abound. I hear a sweeter sound. The chains have come unbound. And love is all around when I choose joy. From this moment right here, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
For the ones that I hold dear,
I choose joy.
to be who I must be, for the light to shine through me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy.
I choose joy.
And everybody will be free. When I choose joy. I choose
joy.
chooses joy? Woo! Right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, please join me in blessing these tithes and offerings, talents and times, for we know that what comes into Unity of Omaha goes out into the greater ethers, but also to Omaha itself and to our community and to Unity, the organization that supports us and knows the truth that is in us, for we are divine. And so we say it and we claim it and we know it, and so it is. Amen. And if you do need to be held in prayer, we have a prayer chaplain, Susan, and she will be in the Peace Chapel, which is off this side. If you can't find it, ask somebody, and Susan will be more than happy to hold you in prayer. And speaking of prayer, let's do the prayer of protection, if you would join me, because I say the whites, I say the yellows. Hello, it's been a while since we've done. I say the yellow and that's right. So here we go. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. All right, be well. Have your actions speak louder than words.